Okay, for more on this, we are now being joined by Brian Hu, founding editor of New Blue magazine from Taipei. Brian, thank you so much for joining us on WION. China says that Taiwan's president's provocations will bring disaster to the region. How do you look at these latest warnings from Beijing?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is nothing new from China. Usually after a major state ceremony, such as inauguration of a new president or a National Day celebration, China issues such threats. It's an attempt to intimidate Taiwan. And it was expected that anything that Lai says as a Taiwanese president would be met with this kind of response. What is to be a question, though, is if China responds with military exercises intended to convey a military threat to Taiwan, framing Lai's comments as provocative.
So do you think the United States is going to send troops in case Taiwan is attacked? Washington has said, well, President Biden has explicitly said that the U.S. will, but does the United States want to enter a war with China?
That's a very good question. And so nobody really knows. And we are at a time in which it is a question more than ever because of the fact that the US policy has long been strategic ambiguity, not indicating what stance it would take. But then Biden has flip-flopped many times, and we've seen that with Trump as well. If Trump were to be elected, that's also a further question. And so I guess we do have to see. But I think the US does not necessarily have an appetite for war. However, China itself would suffer quite a lot in the event of an invasion in terms of the death toll and the blow to the economy. And so they don't want to go there right away either.
Yeah, that's interesting. Can you expand on that? Because China says that it will assimilate Taiwan. Can that really happen? How did the Taiwanese people see this?
Yeah, I think Chinese people are not very fond of the idea of an invasion. The question is, would it happen? It's survey polling shows that Taiwanese see it as a threat, but it's not an immediate threat as people perceive it. And so China would lose tens of thousands of lives in an invasion. Would the population be okay with so many young people dying? There'd be a very sizable blow to the economy. The Taiwanese and Chinese economies are quite interlinked, including regarding semiconductors, which power electronics that China manufactures. And so China would have a severe impact to the lives of everyday people. Could the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party, weather that blow to political legitimacy from the loss of life and the blow to the economy related to Taiwan?
Yeah, all very valid points. Brian Hu, thank you so much for joining us on WION and for your insight.
Thanks so much.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.